Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Russ Riesiger in for Jay and Janelle tonight. 5 Billings police officers were justified in using lethal force last November against a man who was ramming patrol cars in a stolen pickup truck. Testimony presented during the 2-day inquest indicated those 5 officers shot 74 times at the suspect in a span of just 6 seconds. Deputy Yellowstone County Attorney Ed Zink tells Q2 it took the 7-member inquest jury only 15 minutes to reach its decision. The jury ruling that the shooting of 24-year-old Preston David Bell was a case of justifiable homicide with non-criminal means. And that shooting happened on November 18th of last year when Billings police officers surrounded the pickup truck that Bell was driving in a Southside cul-de-sac outside his mother's home. Testimony during the 2-day inquest detailed the fatal encounter with police that started when Bell crashed the stolen pickup into his former girlfriend's vehicle outside her West End apartment. Bell then led police on a crosstown chase ending at the cul-de-sac on Bunting Street on the city's south side. Officers told the jury that when one of them deployed pepper spray in an open window of the pickup, Bell started to ram the patrol cars. That's when the 5 officers opened fire. Now, Zink says prior to the inquest, the entire case was reviewed by the Department of Criminal Investigations in the Montana Attorney General's office. Mike McCarthy, an instructor with the Montana Law Enforcement Academy, also testified regarding the officer's use of lethal force. Preston Bell's death was the 4th officer involved shooting in Billings last year. A follow-up now to a story we first told you about last night at 10 on Q2. A brawl involving more than a dozen students breaks out near Billings Senior High around lunchtime Tuesday morning. It was all captured on camera. At one point, several students can be seen punching and kicking another student on the ground. Rumors also spread online that another fight could be in the works, causing school officials and police to take action. Q2's David Jay joins us now with some new information. David, you talked to the school superintendent today. What did he have to say?
Or as Superintendent Greg Upham says there's no ongoing fallout and no concern of more fighting. He also says no one was significantly hurt during the fight and all the kids have been back in class. Fight started with a conflict I mentioned on social media between 2 students who, along with other freshmen and sophomores from Senior and West, met to settle the conflict. Upham says about 15 to 20 were directly involved and several others watched.
The part that again bothers me, David, is why an adult wasn't notified prior to, because our students usually do a very good job of notifying us. So that puzzles me a little bit and it greatly concerns me. I think the crowd and the number of students in the crowd played a part in energizing individuals. Why did this happen? How did this happen? I think we'll find the why. The how comes back, I believe, to social media and the ability to connect so quickly.
And Greg Upham says the school district is still investigating. Meanwhile, Billings Police Lieutenant Brandon Woolley says school resource officers from Senior, West, and other schools are also investigating. And he says at this time no one has been cited with any criminal charges. Russ?
All right, thank you, David. Well, some close races in Musselshell County. In fact, the race for sheriff is down to just a 10-vote difference, which will likely prompt a recount. Now, Sean Lesnick, who is the current undersheriff, got 1,137 votes in the election. Write-in candidate Ronnie Burns has 1,127. The county clerk and recorder says there are also 7 provisional ballots that still need to be counted. In addition to the sheriff's race being close, the race for county attorneys already flagged for a recount on the Montana Secretary of State's website. Kevin Peterson, who has 1,166 votes, while his challenger Robert Sposia has 1,157, just a 9-vote difference. The position also serves Golden County, where there are 140 votes also for Peterson. In late October, the Montana Commissioner of Political Practices ruled that Undersheriff Sean Lesnick violated election laws for campaigning while on duty. However, the Yellowstone County Attorney's Office declined to file criminal charges against Lesnick on a misconduct complaint that was filed in July. There won't be major changes to the balance of power in the Montana legislature for next year's session. Republicans have maintained solid majorities in both the House and the Senate. In the House of Representatives, the GOP has won 57 seats so far to the Democrats' 41. Each party flipped 2 seats that had been held by the other. In the Senate, Democrats have gained 2 seats in Cascade County and Gallatin County. They will also have 20 senators next year compared to 30 Republicans. Legislators will choose their leaders for the upcoming session in caucuses next week. Well, voter turnout is traditionally lower when it comes to a midterm election, but this year the numbers are right up there with a presidential election. Q2's Samantha Sullivan has more on this record-breaking year.
The biggest surprise of this election was how many people actually voted. You know, we had never hit 60,000 with a midterm, and we're just going to be shy of 70,000 once all the provisionals are taken care of.
The bump in voter turnout was felt across the state and the country. Brett Rutherford says it's one of the highest turnouts the county has ever seen, just behind the 2016 presidential election, where the number of voters was just shy of 72,000.
And we knew it was there was a lot of interest in this election. There's no doubt about that, but the sheer amount was a surprise.
Rutherford also says they had about 1,000 people who were issued absentee ballots but decided to vote in person anyways. That's more than double the number they usually have. They also registered about 1,000 voters day of.
You know, we wish people would get registered beforehand. Maybe there's some stuff we'll look at to maybe make it a little more efficient moving into the presidential election in 2 years. But you just can't walk in and be handed a ballot if you're not on the rolls.
But it wasn't so much the turnout as the two-page ballot that caused the longer than normal delay in results. Rutherford says it wasn't until late Wednesday afternoon that all of the nearly 140,000 sheets of paper had gone through the machines to be counted. In Billings, Samantha Sullivan, MTN News.
Well, Rutherford says they are now working to go through the nearly 3,000 provisional ballots. Those will be counted Tuesday afternoon. Now, the race between Ashley Harada and Julie Pierce for district court judge could fall within the margin for a recount, but we won't know for sure until those last ballots are counted next week. All right, turning to the weather. If you weren't ready for the cold just yet, well, you better get ready in a hurry. Bob,
Exactly
we're talking
right.
about wind chills dipping below zero in parts of eastern Montana?
Some parts, yeah. It's going to be a very chilly night. Now, one thing that's helping us tonight, we do have some cloudy skies here in south central Montana, so that's going to act like a blanket. Let me show you what's happening. As we go to the graph, as you can see the cloudy skies across south central Montana. Now, later tonight, some of those cloudy skies may even bring a couple of snowflakes to southern Yellowstone County. But then after that, they start to go away. We're looking at partly cloudy skies to clear skies throughout much of the day on Friday until a sunset at 5 o'clock. So what I'm going to do as far as precipitation and cold temperatures, wind chills, well, look at this. We go down to 2 degrees Friday morning. There'll be a wind chill factor. Places in eastern Montana going to be sub-zero, so very chilly morning. We haven't seen this in a while, and so maybe you better get used to it. Make sure you give yourself plenty of, just make sure you wear enough clothes and gloves and things like that. It's got to be a very chilly morning to be out. Let's go back to you, Russ.
Thanks, Bob. Here in Billings, those cold temperatures are paying no favors to the construction workers on Zimmerman Trail. KLJ engineering spokeswoman Becky Bay tells us the recent snow and cold has slowed asphalt paving efforts. This project is the last weather-dependent piece of the Zimmerman puzzle. They are not too far behind schedule, though, just a couple of days, and they're still hoping to finish paving by next week. Bay says if everything else goes as planned, Zimmerman is scheduled to reopen the week of Thanksgiving. Well, second test from the lab at Colorado State University on tissue samples from 2 deer harvested in Montana have come back positive for chronic wasting disease, or CWD. CWD is a progressive fatal disease affecting the central nervous system of mule deer, white-tailed deer, elk, and moose. Tests were done on a mule deer doe harvested within the CWD positive area in Carbon County near Joliet, and a white-tailed buck harvested in southern Liberty County, which at the time was outside the CWD positive area. As a result, Fish Wildlife Parks expanded the CWD positive area to include all of Liberty County. Now, there's currently no convincing evidence that the agent of CWD affects humans, but people are still encouraged to avoid infected animals and animal products. Well, with Halloween behind us and Thanksgiving fast approaching, the holiday shopping season is almost upon us. And initial projections suggest this year could be one of the busiest American retail stores have ever seen. Connor Pregesser joins us now in the studio with more on the holiday spending outlook. Connor?
Well, thank you, Russ. And yes, it is that time of year. We're here already where it's time to start thinking about shopping. We certainly know the stores are already thinking about it, and the National Retail Federation is predicting that we might spend more money than we ever have before. Now, why is that? We look at the market conditions. Consumer confidence is at an 18 year high. Now, with that confidence, they expect growth. The NRF is projecting growth of 4.3 to 4.8%, which would be the largest year-over-year growth since 2011. Now, what are they predicting is going to help the stores pry their money from your money from you? Consumer values, they cite sales and discounts, followed closely by quality and selection as the things that impact retail choice. Now, today I spoke to Darren Olson, the director of marketing from Rimrock Mall, and he had seen some projections that are even more bullish than these ones.
Some pretty aggressive growth numbers. Some other reports I saw had it even high as like 5.8%, which would put retail sales in the United States over $1 trillion for the first time. I can tell you sentiment from our retailers here, very optimistic about the holiday shopping season.
And those numbers that Darren are citing come from the International Council of Shopping Centers, and they cite one more factor impacting these projections. That factor, a favorable holiday shopping calendar, which gives us 32 days between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, which is up from both 2017 and 16. Russ?
All right, thank you, Connor. Well, it's not just shopping. Thanksgiving is also a time when most of us look forward to feasting with the family, but not everyone has that option. Once again, the Montana Rescue Mission will be serving a Thanksgiving meal. It'll be the day before Thanksgiving, November 21st, from 1 until 3, and they're looking for volunteers to help prepare and serve it, and also help to clean and organize for the Christmas season. You can sign up by calling 259-3800, and even if you can't volunteer, they are still in need of financial help. You can make a donation at montanarescuemission.org. Coming up on tonight's 5:30 News, communities are in mourning after a gunman shoots and kills 12 people in a California bar. We're going to have the latest from there.
I'm Casey Conlon here in Bozeman on a busy state volleyball Thursday. 9 local games to get to. Full highlights coming your way in sports.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Janelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire and sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.